Hello there, welcome back everybody. This is kind of my face reveal for those of you that might not know me from the channel. We're doing a little bit of a different video today. Anyone that knows my channel kind of knows that I'm known for my level 3 content, but today I decided we're going to be ranking the skills in old school RuneScape. So I found this shit on Google and we're just going to roll with it. So we're going to save all the combats till the end. They kind of have them in alphabetical order by the looks of it, so we're just going to start off with agility. Now, this tier list is my opinion, just full disclaimer, my opinion, and it's going to be based on how fun that skill is to do in the game. It's not going to be based on how lucrative or anything like that, just purely on the basis of fun. Alrighty, so I've mainly played level 3, so I've done these skills, other than the combats, a pretty good amount. Now, starting with agility. Agility is extremely useful, but it's definitely not fun. And as someone who's never done the Hallowed Sepulchre, or whatever the hell it's called, I've really only experienced agility through running laps on the rooftops, and it's definitely not fun, but at the same time, you don't really have to pay too much attention to it. So I'm going to put this at a D tier to start out. I might move this later. We'll kind of see where I put other skills, but it's definitely nowhere near like my top 5 to 10 skills, just because it's so boring and it takes so damn long. Moving on to construction. Now, if I would have made this tier list before Mahogany Homes came out, construction probably would have been F tier, because your construction method where you're sitting in your POH just mashing like 1-2 on your keyboard for the max XP rates, that's definitely not fun to most people, including me. However, Mahogany Homes are pretty fun. They're nice and chill, they're decent XP, and a good alternative to the stupid like keyboard mashing. So I'm actually going to put constructions at B, kind of based on Mahogany Homes, but that would be the method I would choose to do. Now, cooking. Cooking's pretty fun for me. All the methods, other than like one-tick Karambwans, I would say are pretty fun. I really enjoy 14x14 bank standing skills for whatever reason. They're super enjoyable for me. And if you want an alternative to that, you can always just go down to the Rogue's Den and cook 28 of something at a time, and it'll take like 1 minute per inventory. So it's pretty chill in that way as well. Cooking's going to go to B for me as well. Moving on to crafting. Like I just said, I do enjoy 14x14, so I really enjoy battle staves and just bank standing in general. Now, there are some alternatives to that, such as green to hide bodies, where I think you're making like 8 per inventory or something like that. That's not too bad either. And you can also cut gems where you make like 27 per inventory, which is also pretty nice. So I think we're going to also put this at a B tier. Like I said, we're going to skip the combats here. Farming. Farming, for me, for whatever reason, I really enjoy having like something daily to do in the games that I play. So back in other games such as World of Warcraft, I would be a big fan of daily quests. Not too many daily quests, but some. So tree runs and farm runs in general are kind of similar to that. So I do really enjoy farming. The way I do it, at least, is like 1 to 2 tree runs a day and 1 fruit tree run in a day. So it's really not too much time out of my day, and you get a lot of XP. Farming's going to go A tier for me. Fire making. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Wintertod. It might be because I've just done it so much. And the traditional way of doing fire making, where you're just like backlighting logs, is not that exciting. You could do like the GE fire making, where you get a lot higher XP per hour, but I don't think that's very fun to many people. Maybe if I enjoyed Wintertod a little more, I'd put this higher up, but it's going to go at C tier for me. Fishing. Temporos kind of brought fishing back to life a bit for me, because traditionally fishing is just a very AFK and slow skill, but Temporos kind of changes that. I haven't done a whole lot of it. I definitely need to give it another shot here soon, but fishing's going to go at C tier for me for now, just because it's like not super fun to AFK all the time, although sometimes it is. Fletching. Okay, let's be honest. Fletching fucking sucks. The only reason people do Fletching is so they can get their first skill cape ever in the game. Fletching's probably an F tier. I know I said I enjoy bank standing skills, but Fletching is not one of the ones I enjoy. It's very slow. Like, the reason most people do a bank standing skill is because it's usually pretty fast XP. Fletching is not fast XP if you're doing it the bank standing way, and doing darts is so damn expensive that it's almost not even fun at all. And doing darts turns your AFK activities, such as agility or something like that, into a non-AFK activity. Fletching's F tier by far. Moving on to Herblore. It's a 14 by 14. English is hard, guys. Most methods of Herblore are 14 by 14 at least. And B tier is kind of where I'm putting my 14 by 14 bank standing skills. So I enjoy Herblore enough to put it here. Hunter. Now, as many of you know that have watched my streams or videos in the past, Hunter is my favorite skill in the game. Hunter's going to go S tier for me, but let me explain why. Once you get past the shitty early methods, I highly suggest you do the Varrock Museum and you do birdhouses until like level 60 Hunter. Because all the way up to 60, it's a dog shit skill. Do not train it other than through birdhouses, and you're just wasting your time otherwise. Once you get there, I really enjoy the salamander traps. I really enjoy doing Chinchampas. It'd be a lot more enjoyable if they ban all the goddamn bots. But you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, Chinchampas are enjoyable. And ever since the release of Fossil Island, Herbivore is also super enjoyable. But birdhouses kind of took the skill to another level, along with Herbivore, once Fossil Island came out. Because you're able to skip all those super shitty slow levels early on. Don't waste time with bird snares. And I don't even know what else you do at low level. Frickin' catch butterflies. Don't do any of that. Hunter's super chill for me. It's one of the only skills I actually go out of my way to use tick manipulation to do like box trap with Chinchampas. For whatever reason, I really enjoy Chinchampas and Herbivore. Hunter is going to go S tier for me. Mining. Nobody likes mining. I don't think I've ever met anyone that would say they enjoy mining. There's no good methods for it. Motherlode Mine is the only real AFK method, but it's not really that AFK. And the XP is absolute dog shit. It's just not good. Mining is not good. It just feels like you're wasting your time when you go mining. You can't... that's all I'm going to say about mining. It's going E tier for me because it's not as bad as Fletching. Fletching is a big waste of my time. We're going to skip Prayer and Range. We're going to go on to Runecraft. Runecraft. Oh my goodness. So, as a level 3 skiller, it's the only account I've ever gotten a decently high runecrafting level on. Getting to 77 as a level 3 was absolutely terrible. If I was ranking this just based on getting to level 77, it's probably an E tier. But once you get to 77 and you unlock, say, a runecrafting, you get your 100% favor or whatever, and you go make blood and soul runes, this skill becomes extremely chill. Like, almost, I would say, enjoyable. Not as enjoyable as Hunter, but I think I'm going to put it probably on A tier, because once you unlock that, if you're willing to grind out 77, it's an extremely chill way to 99 through bloods and souls. I know the grind to 77 sucks. If you're not a level 3, it's definitely easier. You can use rune pouches. You can use like magic imbue or whatever, so you don't need a tiara every time or whatever, right? I don't really know the methods. But once you get past the lava rune bullshit grind, it's definitely enjoyable, in my opinion. Smithing. Smithing, pretty enjoyable for me. Now, there's a couple different methods you could do. You could do the tourist trap quests and just do AFK darts. Very slow XP. Pretty much break even in cost. So it'd be like almost a free 99. And it's super AFK. You could just do other stuff. You can also do stuff like plate bodies, where it's honestly almost break even as well if you go to 99 just through plate bodies. I think you make 5 at a time or something per inventory. Not quite as AFK, but still pretty chill. And then once you get 99, you unlock all the rune 2H, and like you can make rune items at 99. So it becomes a pretty good money maker, and making money is kind of fun. So smithing's pretty enjoyable for me. I'm going to put it probably at the B tier. It's almost like a bank standing skill for me, because you're running back and forth to the banks so often. So yeah, probably B tier for smithing for me. Thieving. Thieving sucks. Now, speaking from the perspective of a level 3, or just any 10 HP account in general, thieving sucks. Blackjacking, I'm not good at it. Maybe if I was better at it, I would probably put thieving a little bit higher. But since I'm not good at it, blackjacking sucks for me because I just die a lot. Whether it's misclicking or whatever, I die a lot. And the alternatives being Pyramid Plunder or Orty Knights just aren't that fun for me. Pyramid Plunder is just... It sounds stupid to say something super repetitive because RuneScape is a repetitive game. But Pyramid Plunder is just... I can't do it. I can't put myself through that. So I always end up going to Orty Knights, and it's not very fun until you get high 90s, or you have like all the already diaries done, it's just not that fun clicking in one spot. It's going to go D tier for me. Woodcutting. Woodcutting's going straight to A tier for me. Woodcutting's an enjoyable skill. It's decently fast XP rates, almost every method, even if you're AFKing, unless you're doing like freaking U or magic logs or something like that. Yeah, woodcutting's pretty chill, nice and AFK. It's probably one of my favorite skills ever since I started playing the game, who knows how long ago. And since I've recently unlocked redwood trees, that definitely, like, it probably would have been B tier. Redwoods bumped it up to A tier just because of how AFK redwoods are. Just kind of as an aside, there's nothing worse than when some random person comes and chops the same spot on your redwood for no reason when there's like 6 other available slots on the tree. Like, just move over, man. Yeah, woodcutting's A tier for me. Now we're going to quickly move on to the combat skills here. Full disclaimer, I have never played any endgame style of combat account. The closest I've been to that is in the Trailblazer League, which was pretty fun, I might add. But I'm definitely not an endgame PVMer or like Slayer boss guy. So these are purely based on my experiences and how fun they were for me. Again, not endgame, but kind of, I'd say like mid-game. Now, attack, defense, and strength, I guess, are all kind of grouped together, right? Because you kind of all train them in the same way. They're probably going to go like D tier for me, all 3 of them. Just because they're not nearly as exciting as like what's down here, in my opinion. Hit points, I honestly don't really know where to put hit points. I'd almost rather like not rank hit points because it just kind of level up passively. There's no fun involved in leveling hit points. It's just all passive through these other combats. So I honestly think I'm just going to skip hit points. Magic's fun. There's a lot of methods, right? You could be alking, you could teleport, you can burst, you can just do single target mage combat, whatever you feel like doing. You just feel like you're more useful when you're casting spells as opposed to just hitting something with a weapon. Magic's going to go up to B tier for me. Prayer, I probably could have grouped this in with the other skills, but I consider it more of a combat skill. Prayer's kind of fun just because of the XP rates you can get, but at the same time, it involves a lot of clicking if you want to get those XP rates. I'm probably going to put Prayer at a C tier. I haven't really done a whole lot of Prayer, but it's pretty fun. Like, it's not as fun as these, but it's not as not fun as these skills. I'm putting Prayer at a C tier. Ranged, I'm kind of on the same level as Mage here. It's just a much more fun alternative to your classic melee style of combats. And there's a lot of gear you unlock with both Mage and Range, which is really awesome looking gear. But yeah, in terms of fun, I'm going to put these both as B tier. Now, Slayer, this is going to go A tier for me, just because I don't think there's anything that's on the same tier as Hunter for me personally. But Slayer is fun, although it's very slow, right? But you feel like you're actually making progress when you get Slayer levels. You're unlocking new bosses, you're unlocking new mobs you need to kill. And it feels very achieving when you get like the higher Slayer levels done. So yeah, Slayer is definitely more fun than other combat skills. But you kind of use those combat skills to level Slayer, so they're all kind of grouped in together, which is why I kind of made that disclaimer that I don't really know much about combat, but I'm just kind of throwing this in here anyway, just so we can rank all the skills. So that's going to do it, guys. Remember, this is just my opinion. Leave comments down below if you disagree with me, or maybe you agree with me. Let's start some conversation in the comments, some healthy conversation. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this tier list style video. If so, leave a like, leave a comment, be sure to subscribe. And let me know if you'd like to see more kind of tier lists in the future. There's a couple more like tier lists we could do with the game. So definitely let me know in the comments. And if you made it this far, as always, I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.